1982, Santa Monica, California. John Marino, Lon Holdeman, John Howard, Michael Shermer. 4 men push away from the pier on road bikes. 3,000 miles of America's most arduous, most unrelenting conditions imaginable await them.
That was then, and this is now. Welcome to the 2015 Race Across America and the Race Across the West. Hi everyone, my name is Leah Garcia, joined this year by Julia Marshall, and we will be your studio hosts for the week covering the event. RAAM is celebrating its 34th year, and RAW is celebrating its 8th. Julia, you've been here in the past as a reporter. What's the allure of this event?
Well, I think when you talk to the competitors, and definitely what we heard today at the press conference, is a lot of charity is what keeps people coming back year after year. Last year alone, they raised $2 million in charity funds. That was different teams with different causes and everyone coming together, and friends, family support, all of that bringing people together. And it's about, pushing yourself as an athlete to this extreme place, your personal bests. And for a lot of people, it's about finishing the toughest race in America.
When we say the toughest race in America, what we're referring to is a race across the United States. Starts here in Oceanside, California, and ends in Annapolis, Maryland, over 3,000 miles. They're going to be covering the distance, usually as a solo racer, as a team of 2, a team of 4, or a team of 8. They're going to go and cross 12 different states. 19 countries this year are represented between all of the different fields, and RAAM is very proud to say that it is the largest solo field they've ever had in history. When you talk about history and you talk about the records, Christoph Strasser last year set a record as a men's solo racer. He got to the finish line so quickly that the town had to scramble to get ready for him. Check out these stats. He finished 3,020 miles in a total of 7 days, 15 hours, and 56 minutes. He averaged 16.42 miles per hour. It's an unbelievable accomplishment. Who, Julia, do you think can challenge him this year?
Well, as we saw in the press conference, Alberto Blanco was out in front, really ready to kind of take the lead and get this thing done for him and his team. So he's definitely a contender, I'd say.
Take a listen to what Alberto Blanco had to say about being in this race.
This is an American race, it's happening on American soil. We're going through the United States, coast to coast. We crossed all our states. Europeans have dominated this race, for the past 15 years. So it's time for an American to win this thing, and that's what I'm here for. We got to win the damn freaking trophy back to the U.S., so that's what we're going to do. We're going to battle. This is going to be a war, and we're just going to go to battle with these guys.
I love that guy. For some reason, I want him as my ringtone. You can do it. Just keep going. Absolute enthusiasm from him. He's not shy about his goals or about the fact that this is going to be a hard race. You've just got to keep pushing. Who else can challenge?
Definitely Dave Haase, for sure. I think when we saw him speaking on the panel today, he's got IBM behind him, and really we're seeing from him like this kind of like biotech kind of thing going on. He's got this pill that he's going to swallow, which is going to monitor his core body temperature. So you're going to have this whole squad of geeks behind him really kind of crunching the data and giving us some real information about like what happens in the physicality of these racers when they're doing such an endurance, event.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. Now we've got a women's field, 5 solo women racing. One of the women, Kathy Roach Wallace, she holds the record for the over 50 category. And today at the press conference, Shauna Hogan threw down the gauntlet. Can she do it, and what are her credentials?
Well, I think it says a lot when you realize that RAAM actually has an award named after her. So, she's a great athlete, an incredible solo athlete, and she's ready to make this happen for herself, for sure. And she's coming off of an injury in her knee that didn't allow her to compete last year, and I think she's really hungry for this, and she's really ready to go out there and do her best.
She's won this thing 6 times. That's part of it, right?
Oh,
Pretty impressive. Now, in addition to the Race Across America, we've already teased you with the Race Across the West. RAW is 860 miles. They follow the same course as Race Across America, but end in Durango, Colorado. Tell me, what is the difference mainly, do you think, athletically between the 2 events?
Well, I think, a lot of people do RAW kind of as in preparation to do RAAM. It's a qualifying race for them. And a lot of people who've already done RAAM kind of come back to RAW to kind of really feel that sense of coming home. Maybe they haven't had the chance to do this much fundraising or as much training as they can to do a full RAW again. So it keeps people in the family, I think, for sure.
By all means, it's not an easy race. That's a long distance to cover. And remember, the speeds are pretty, what we say in Spain is a tope, going very, very fast. We are going to be here all week. We'll be bringing you coverage of the start line for the RAW and the solo starters tomorrow. Please follow us on ridefarther.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at RAAM Races, use the hashtag RAAM2015, and in addition, we want to hear from you. Julia, how can we get the fans and the supporters more involved?
Yes, if you have a team or if you're following, family members or friends out here on the course, we want to hear from you. You can contact us at raamvideo@gmail.com, and just in the subject line, put social media, and we'll be able to get that information from you and look at your stuff, and we'll be sharing it with everyone who's watching our show.
It'll be our daily pick. That's what we'll do. So make it a good one. Thank you so much for joining us. Until we see you again, keep the wheels turning.